everyone, I'm Jodi and I'm really glad that you're here today. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button just below and leave me a comment so that I know this is the type of video that you like or that you don't like. That's okay too. And don't forget to hit the notification button so that you are notified when a new video comes out. There's lots of great product reviews that are in the middle of filming stages that you don't want to miss out on. Some good products coming out in February. Today's video is all about, do I return a product that's in the return bin, or is it a product that I'd like to repurchase or restock? All of these products are purchased by me. Nobody has sent these to me. These are products that I have bought and tried myself. Now, I'll walk through each one of them and why I like them or why I didn't like them. And it may simply be because it didn't work for my skin type, which is combination to oily, or it didn't work for my skin color. And my skin is more neutral. I don't have an olive type complexion. I don't fall to the warm side or to the cool side. So that could impact what I liked or didn't like about these products. Also, the look that I have on today was done with some of the products, most of them in the restock pile, and I'll let you know which ones as we go through the lists. I'm gonna start with this one because this is where I'm gonna get the most, this is where I think people are gonna be like, what? I love that foundation. I have tried the Double Wear from Estee Lauder more than once. And I just don't love it. And I know this is a cult favorite and that's awesome if it works for you. I'm glad you found a foundation that you love. It does not work for me and I'll tell you why. It settles into wrinkles. I tend to have like little wrinkles around the sides of my mouth, and this falls into those wrinkles whether I use a primer or a non-primer, whether I set it with a setting spray or I set it with a powder and not a setting spray. You name the combination, I've probably tried it and I just can't get it to work. Now, there are new formulas of this that have come out recently. I tried those as well and I just couldn't, I know people love this. It just doesn't work for me. So if you love it, I'd love to hear what it is you love about it. And it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear, guys. Sorry, I won't return it because I've used it more than once trying to get it to work, and so I won't return it. But this will go into the return pile. Okay, next in the return pile is this Ultra Creamy Tarte concealer. I've talked about this one before on my channel. This is probably a great concealer for younger skin. And the reason I say that is because it is so darn thick that it probably doesn't move once you put it on skin that does not have wrinkles. It definitely covers, you can see I kind of covered that little freckle there. It covers like it says it does, but if you have mature skin and you have any lines or wrinkles, I just found that not only did this get settled in because of how thick it was, I felt like it moved throughout the day. So not to the degree like it didn't start here and come down here, but it didn't move that much, but it moved throughout the day. And I just felt like it really highlighted and accentuated every wrinkle that I had. So I do use the Tarte Shape Tape, but this Ultra Creamy I found to be ultra thick. So the next one is, and his products are so good. This one I did not like. This is the eyeliner by Mario. And I've tried it. You can see I've tried it and tried it and tried it. And what I didn't like about it is, to me, it was really soft. So when I would go to try to line my eyes, it would sort of crumble and break off. And you know when that tip of an eyeliner breaks off, if you don't grab it right away, it's gonna fall on your carpet, it's gonna get on your clothes, and I don't wanna have to fight with that on a regular basis when I'm doing my eyeliner. So I do have some of his products that I really like. I just found this was way too soft of a formula for the eye pencil. It does have a nice brush on the end of it, which I do like about that, because then you can brush other things, but I don't blend my eyeliner with a brush, so I didn't really use that. But sorry, Mario, because I think you do fantastic makeup work. I would love for you to do my makeup one day, but you probably won't after I just said that your eyeliner wasn't one of my favorites. So if you love that eyeliner, I'd love to hear about it. I might be wearing it or trying it wrong, but it's too soft. The next one is, oh, this one hurts my heart, but I've tried it and tried it, and this was the Forever Skin Glow by Dior, and this is going in the return pile because this is super expensive and I did not use it enough to feel bad about returning it. And what I didn't like about this is it's supposed to be a medium to full coverage. I found that it was not medium to full coverage. And it is buildable, but with mature skin, if you're building and building, it's just too thick. By the time you've built it to the coverage, if you're wanting more of a full coverage, buildable usually equals disaster if it's the wrong formula for mature skin. So for less mature skin without sort of those lines and wrinkles and the larger pores, this might be a really good foundation. I love their concealer and I love the spray foundation, but this one I just felt was not, I won't use anymore since I am going to return it. But I just did not, I felt like it really accentuated my age. So sorry, Dior. Boy, I am scoring big with foundations today. And while we're in foundations, let's just stay with it. This Clinique Even Better Clinical Foundation, this is probably one of the, I don't love the formulation at all. I felt like I looked terrible after putting this on. The color match was great. It really settled into fine lines and wrinkles and was very cakey. Now I've tried it with powder and without powder because the salesperson at Nordstrom where I bought this was really excited about this, and I'd read the reviews, so I thought, gosh, I must be doing something wrong. Last time I was in Nordstrom, I said, can you please just tell me how are people wearing this that are finding that it's working for them? And so she said that, of course, it depends on your skin type, but for my skin type, it should have just been as easy as a little primer, use this with a little bit of powder where I use the primer so that it doesn't kind of melt into where you have oil. I did not find that to be the case at all. I felt like it accentuated every pore and every little line that I had around my mouth. So I can't support that one from Clinique. So those are three pretty well loved foundations. Now again, if you love these formulas, that's great. I'm glad that you found one that really works for you, and these are fantastic brands that have done a ton of research to make sure that their formulas work for the majority of people. Those are just ones specifically that didn't work for me, so don't let me skew you from giving them a try if you're looking for a foundation. The next product that this is beyond returning. This is breaking up. We're breaking up. I am breaking up with the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline. I don't know if they changed the formula, but it does not work well on my mature skin. It doesn't oxidize. It is a nice color. It used to cover really well, but now I feel like it sort of sits on top of my skin. And if I put a little bit of powder on it, it just grabs that powder and sort of looks a little bit, bunchy's the wrong word, but it looks uneven and not smooth when you put a little bit of setting powder on this. So I don't find it to be something that I'm reaching for anymore. And I've tried. So we've been together for a long time. So it's time to break up. There are others on the market that are far superior in my opinion. Okay, the next one is this Tarte. I kept the box because I knew early on it wasn't gonna be one I could stay with. And I usually love Tarte products. This is the Power Bar, and it has some really fun colors in it. And the reason I loved it was because it looked like it had some nice neutral colors that would have a nice contrast from this lighter one to the darker one, and I love that so that I can do underneath my brow bone and that I can get kind of darker on this side. So I was really excited about this, and you can see the colors were really pretty. What I didn't love about it is that the colors wore much warmer on me than they look in here. Now they're definitely on the warm side, I recognize that, but they wore much warmer. Like this one right here looked almost orangey to me on my skin, and that was not the look I was going for. So I tried all of them, and it just didn't wear well for my skin color or my skin tone. So Tarte Power Bar, that was a return. Next, this one hurts too, I'm racking up the points today. The next one is the YSL, and you know I am a fan of YSL. Their foundation, All Hours, is still my favorite foundation, and I love their primer. This is the 3D All Over Glow. Now, I didn't like this because somebody on YouTube made me buy it. They didn't make me. They highly recommended it, so I was excited to go take a look at it and try it. What I didn't like about this is I didn't get a glow with it. I got a powder look, and I didn't care for that. I didn't want a powder look. I wanted like this healthy kind of glow from within. look to set my makeup, and I didn't get that. It really felt like, and I tried it with a variety of different foundations, and I just felt like it had a powdery look to it. So I've got a, yeah, that was a return. Sorry, YSL, because you are one of my favorite. Okay, next is, and you guys saw me talk about this on the video where I did a Sephora haul a couple months ago, and I said I'll give you an update on some of the products, on the ones that didn't work. This is an Ohio spray and conditioner, and it was in collaboration with Byredo out of, I think Byredo's out of the UK, but they're a fragrant and a scent company, and it smells phenomenal. But I have long tangly hair, and I needed something, a detangler, that when I spray it in and it's a leave-in conditioner, I could then just let it sit for a few minutes and then comb through it without having a bunch of knots. I didn't feel like this certainly didn't help me comb through my hair at all. It didn't help detangle it before I went to brush it, and I didn't feel like my hair felt any softer after I had used it with the blow dryer. So those are the two reasons I really need leave-in conditioner, and I didn't get that out of this. And it does smell great, and it's such a great brand, but their leave-in conditioner was not, it didn't work for what my purpose was detangling. And we're almost down to the bottom of the return pile. One of the returns is this, oh man, Tart. I do love Tarte, but today Tarte had 3. I'm so sorry. This is the Sex Kitten by Tarte. This is the eyeliner pencil. And what I originally thought I was going to love about it was it had a nice point on the bottom to kind of soften, but this point isn't your typical point. It is more like a rubber point. So I thought that would be really nice, because then you can't smush it and move your product around. It really should, with that rubber point, be much easier to sort of make that line and then smudge it. So that's why I purchased it to begin with. And what I found was it was similar to the Mario one. It was just really soft. So I couldn't get a good line without having to stop, roll up some more, try it again. I just felt like the formula was way too soft for what I was looking for. So I didn't know how you could even get it on thick enough to then start to blur it and blend it with that rubber tip. So that one is a return pile. All right, then the last one for me is the Hourglass Highlighter. Now, if you guys know, this has been a cult favorite, I know, for a long time, and I have highlighted this one before. I like the single one. I like the one in the center when it's by itself, but I bought the 3 of them thinking that if you just brush them all together, you'd get a really pretty glow. And what I have found is there are now highlighters on the market that I think wear better than this one. And what I mean by that is I feel like this one gets a little patchy. So when I go to put it on, it doesn't smooth as nice as I would like for it to on my skin. I feel like it sort of catches some of the foundation and sort of hangs on to it. So it doesn't look smooth. It looks a little bit more blotchy. And I feel like it's a little more shimmery. There's just highlighter formulations that are on the market now that I think that work better for me and for the look that I am going for. I really do like the incandescent one, which is the one in the middle, and so I do have that as a single, and I will continue to use that single one. I just won't try to blend them all together, which we shouldn't have probably tried to do that anyway. So next we're gonna get into the fun stuff, and that is the restock and repurchase pile. And most of the stuff that I'm gonna show you I used on this look today. The first one is this by the Rosé by Colourpop. This is one of their, I think it's one of their newer ones. It is a, look at those colors. It is an eyeshadow palette with 9 different shades. So 5 shimmery and 4 matte. And this one's a little bit, I think this could be a hybrid, the one in the center. It could go either way. So I love these colors. I put this look together with this palette, and I'm a big fan of Colourpop. Most Colourpop products I've really started to enjoy. The next one is, oh, it's a Colourpop too. This is the eyebrow pencil by Colourpop. Now, what I love about this eyebrow pencil is how thin it is, and there are some great eyebrow pencils on the market. This tip is just really thin, and it allows me to go in and do some little tiny hairs without it getting soft so fast that before I'm halfway through one eyebrow, I've got to stop and sharpen it again. I can get through several days of it like this before I feel like I have to resharpen it or twist it to get more product out, because it just stays hard enough to last, but not so hard that I'm digging into my head to make the little hairline. So this eyebrow pencil by Colourpop is a favorite. The next thing is this La Roche mascara. I demonstrated this one in my waterproof video, which I will link at the end of this video in case you're interested in that, in waterproof makeup. Because right now, waterproof makeup is important. Well, it's always important, but if you're outside doing stuff in the winter months and then you switch to the summer months and there's humidity and it's hot, waterproof mascara is kind of important. So I'll put that video at the end on waterproof makeup that I tested, and this was a winner then and it's still a winner for me, and I will be restocking this. This is by La Roche-Posay, and this is their waterproof mascara. I tried it that day. It has a very thin brush. I like this one because it doesn't dry out my lashes, and that's really important, especially with a waterproof mascara. So I've really loved this. This will go in the restock pile. Next is by Kat Von D, or now it's KVD, KVD. I say it so fast I have to remind myself. And this is the tattoo liner. I have loved this liner. It's a felt tip. It's very thin, but very pigmented. You could really get in there and get really small lines if you wanted, or you could get really nice thick lines, which I did with this today. And we'll just go and darken it because you can never have on too much eyeliner. But it's just very, very easy to control and to work with, whether you're doing a winged liner or not, and it stays all day. So big fan of this tattoo liner. And the last one in the repurchase pile is by Colourpop, and this is the Party Proof Eyelid Primer. Now I've loved this one because it's really thin, but yet it's got that, have you ever used a product where it feels like it has powder in it? Like when those cushion eyeshadows and those cushion blushes came out about a year or so ago. That's what this feels like. It just feels like it's made of that formula, that cushiony formula. And that's what I love about it. I feel like I can push it into my eyelids and it helps fill some of the wrinkles that I have, and it really allows me to wear more of that shimmer that I would have stayed away from had I not had a good eyelid primer, eyeshadow primer. So you don't necessarily need a primer, an eye primer, if you're using a cream eyeshadow, but especially with more of the sparkly, shimmery colors that are in for 2022, one that will fill in those little wrinkles that we have as more mature women is important, and this one by Colourpop has been one that I've really been enjoying. In fact, that's the one I have on today. So that wraps up the which will I return and which will I restock video. I hope one of the ones in the restock pile provide a solution to a problem that maybe you're facing, or a new product that you're just wanting to purchase as you go through the new year and get excited about makeup again. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up so that I know you enjoyed the video, and I will do more of these as products stack up. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.